Ooh, very pigmented. The shimmers in the palette aren't like the most intense shimmers. Wow. You know, I'm impressed. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brooke McQuaid and I'm 26 years old from Perth, Western Australia. I'm so excited, and I know I say that all the time, but I'm so excited to do this video. It's going to be a first impressions of Ariana Grande's R.E.M Beauty collection. It finally came in the mail, and I'm going to just chat my New Year's resolutions as well whilst we go to keep it interesting. So if you would like to see how I created this look using her products, continue watching. So I have the highlighter topper, an eyeshadow palette, volumizing mascara, an eyeliner marker, and matte lipstick to take you through. Before I jump off camera and do my complexion, I first just want to show you the packaging, because in the videos that I've seen of the reviews, no one's actually showed you the box that it comes in. So this is the eyeshadow palette, and look at this stunning box. So it has R.E.M Beauty here embellished, and then just very simple grey toned box. Very minimalistic approach, but I really like. There's been mixed reviews about the packaging, but for me, I think it's very on brand for Ariana Grande. She is into that space, vintage kind of style. So for me, if it was in this fancy, more modern kind of packaging, I would feel that that's not on brand for her. So personally, I like the packaging. I'll show you what the packaging of the products look like as well, just for an example. So this is, for example, what the packaging looks like. They all are this metallic grey colour, and they all have the same shiny finish with the R.E.M Beauty just down here, the little logo. They're all very hard, and they all have quite a lot of weight to them, which is really surprising because they're quite small, but the weight that they hold is really good. So that is what I wanted to talk about on the packaging. Of course, what's most important is whether the product holds well and how it will wear. But in her first collection, she didn't come out with any complexion products like foundations or concealers. That's very normal for new brands. That's usually later on in their product releases. This is just volume 1, so it's the first drop for her. So I'm interested to see if there's any teething issues, how the products wear. I am praying everything is perfect because I absolutely love Ariana Grande. So I am gonna stop talking, jump off camera, do my complexion, and then we'll come back and start reviewing the products. Alright, we are back. I have the complexion on, so just standard Estee Lauder Double Wear, and then quite bronzed and blushed. The first product of hers that I'm going to go in with is the little highlighter toppers that I'm going to actually use as a blush topper almost. So for the description of these, it says, supposed to be a silky cream powder. So I've seen a few reviews of this and I have high hopes. So this is what it looks like packaging wise. That's what the package looks like. That standard reflective silver thing again. And then the shade that I got is Miss Jupiter. And that is the beautiful shade in there. Look at that. Doesn't that look stunning? So this I really want to put on top of my blush. I've said it in quite a few videos. I like to have a bit of a shimmer in my blush because I do wear a matte foundation. So whilst we put that on top, I thought we should discuss New Year's resolutions. I'd love to know in the comments below if you're into them, if you've set any yourself. I know that there's quite a lot of people that, it's very pigmented. It's very pigmented. So I know that there are quite a lot of people that don't set New Year's resolutions, which is fine, but I really I listened to Emma Chamberlain's podcast called Ramble, and she explained it in a really nice way. So I'm actually taking a contour brush, by the way. I did try and do a fan brush, but there's quite a lot of pigment in this, so I just want to be able to move the colour to where I want. But yeah, as I was saying, in Emma Chamberlain's podcast, she says, she used to think that they were silly, but at the end of the day, it's actually the first step for you to better yourself in a way, because if you start thinking about what you want to achieve, you're already doing more than what you would be normally doing if you didn't believe in resolutions. I don't know if I explained that well. She explains it really well. So yeah, that's my view on resolutions. Like, I just think that it's a nice way to start imagining your life as you want it and what you want to achieve. Doesn't have to be at the start of the year, of course, you can set them whenever you want, but I thought that I'd take you through some of them as we go along. This is that journal from Kmart that I discussed in my previous video. But let's go back to the makeup for a second and I'll come a little bit closer. So this is the Jupiter on, you can see the shine there. It's got a really, really beautiful reflective shine there. It's not glittery, no chunks, it's just a beautiful topper. And on that side, I really like it because this is the kind of complexion I like. I have very matte makeup and then a shimmer in the blush. So this is honestly, that's a highlight for me so far. Let me see how much it retails for. So this goes for $22 US. And I really, really love that. So that is a hit so far. Next, I'm really excited and I'm going to be tipping into her little eyeshadow palettes. Now there are a few different ones that you can get, but I got Baby Doll. So this is what the shade range looks like. I thought that this is a really good everyday makeup one. You can do very simple day makeup and then very easily turn it into an evening wear. So that's what this palette's for. Very small one, so great for traveling. I did think that the little pan sizes were going to be a little bit bigger, but that's not too bad. I'm excited to see if they'll wear well. So the little eyeshadow palette retails for $24, so quite an affordable price when you think about it. And it says, create your own vivid illusions with this mix of 6 mattes and shimmers that you can wear from daylight to midnight. Ah, there you go. I was right, very good day to evening one. Each curated palette is inspired by Ari's signature eye look and features talc-free, ultra-blendable, silky formulas that deliver a lightweight feel and maximum color payoff. Creamy, smooth application delivers optimal wear. The creative possibilities are limitless. So I quite like this one. It's a very good neutral palette. Obviously, it's nothing crazy, like we've all seen these colors before, but you know, Ariana Grande is not known to do the really crazy out there colors, so I think it's very on brand that she's brought out neutral palettes. She's been very, very signature in her eye looks at the moment, so I'm excited to see if I can look anywhere near as good as she looks. So I'm gonna dip into the first shade, this one just here, and sweep that across my eyelid. Perfect transitional shade. I'm just taking a buffing brush for that. There is quite a lot of payoff, but that's not bad. There's a little mirror in here too, so traveling, this is a really good palette to have. The color is transitioning well into my eyelid. And then I am gonna go into this tanned transitional shade, the one in the middle. And I am going to deepen up that crease. I'm going to start about 2/3 of the way through. I'm going to try and keep the eyelid here nice and light. So I'm going to just deepen that up for you. So I thought, let's talk about some of my resolutions. So I broke mine up in a few different categories. I did like self-worth, fitness / lifestyle, money and money mindset, and then a few travel ones. Why don't we talk about travel, because that one is obviously the most exciting. Hopefully we'll be allowed to travel soon. COVID seems to be getting almost worse. I'm from Western Australia, which is one of the few states and places in the world where it hasn't hit yet. The rest of Australia is really, really struggling at the moment, so it feels really, really weird, almost like we're an outsider watching on. By the way, these two shades are really blending well together. So hopefully we can travel. So assuming we can travel, my partner and I would love to be able to do a trip to the Northern Territory. I've never been, he's never been. Hire like a camping thing and do that, check out Darwin. And then somewhere else that I've always wanted to go, I don't know whether it'd be the same year or like, at least, I've just put at least plan and research it so that I start envisioning it. Would be to go to Tasmania and New Zealand in the same trip. It's what I wanted to do last year. Obviously COVID happened, but that's okay. And then I want to do a few more like weekend trips away in Western Australia. So those are my little few goals for travel. This is what we have so far. So I actually then went into this dark matte shade here, and I just deepened out the outer third of the eyelid. So I've transitioned this one across the whole lid. From about 2/3 in, I've done this one and then this. I'm going to add this dark matte shade just to the bottom third and deepen that out and sweep that across just the lower lid, but only in the outer third. In terms of like money mindset, I have a set goal. I'm not going to share that because it's personal, but I have how much I want to save by the end of the year. And then I've just got a couple around like actual mindset about money. So I've got, I don't want to use Afterpay this year. I think I've spoke about it before, but yeah, if you saw my hit and misses video of the year, you will have seen that, you know, I spent quite a lot of money and a lot of it was on Afterpay, which can be very, very dangerous. So I am planning not to use Afterpay for the whole year. I want to invest in myself, so by that I mean like continue paying for my gym membership. If there are things that I want to do to make myself feel better or to grow as a person, for example, last year I did the self-development course, then I want to be able to invest in that and feel good about it, not feel like, oh my god, I'm spending this amount of money. And I want to buy the things that I want or need and not just the things that are on sale. I spoke about this with the whole Pretty Little thing. You know, I tended to buy things that were cheap and then I don't wear them and I end up spending more money and then eat out less, which I feel like we all have. So I just put that deep shade just here, and that probably is my favorite shade so far. That shade here is a really, really nice chocolatey brown shade, and it goes so good with this more mauve color one next to it. So far this palette is really, really good. Like the matte's blending well. I don't have mattes, I prefer more from my other palettes, so it's going really good so far. I'm probably going to take this top shimmer one, brush it all the way across my lid, and then in the outer third I'm going to put on the more gold one. So I'm just going to take this a little packing brush to really concentrate the first lighter shimmery color into the eyelid, and then I'm going to take a bigger blending brush and sweep the gold across the eyelid. So for like my fitness and lifestyle, I have this goal. I try to set ones that are like achievable and that will kind of build habits into like healthier lifestyle. So if you are going to set resolutions, don't like go too hard early on that you're not going to achieve them and then give up on everything else. That's what I find, like if I set things that are unrealistic, then I don't achieve anything. Okay, this shimmer is a little bit lighter, so I'm actually going to use my finger. You could spray it as well, but I'm just going to use my finger and really pat that into the lid. So for fitness, I have a goal of trying to do 10,000 steps a day on 5 of the 7 days a week. It's just a really easy way to get your like activity level up a bit, and I feel like if I have that in my mind, I'll then be going outside more, I'll be thinking about moving my body more, just kind of a roll-on effect to being a bit healthier. Obviously I want to continue at my gym. I was very good this year at going and exercising, and I find it really good for my mental health, so I want to continue that. I'm going to try more gym classes. So last year I did like a 12-week challenge, which was more like weightlifting, which I do like, but I want to try more classes just because they have like yoga and Pilates, which I think are really good for mindfulness and, you know, stopping and relaxing. And it's a bit more social. There's a coach there to keep me accountable, make sure I'm not slacking off, all of that jazz. So I just put the gold shimmer in here too. The shimmers in the palette aren't like the most intense shimmers, but again, I feel like it is on brand for her because she's not known to have like the most crazy shimmery eyeshadow. So it's not like the most intense shimmers, but they blend really well together. So I've made like this neutral eye look that looks stunning. The two shimmers go really, really well together. So these two are not like too different that when you put them next to each other, you have to actually blend in a transition shade in the middle. They go really, really good together, which I do find hard in shimmers. So that's been beautiful. So that's the eye there. I'm just gonna take this tan matte one and brush it on my lower crease. Yeah, I want to practice mindfulness more. So I've been actually doing meditation before bed to help me go to sleep, and it really, really helps. Like, highly recommend it. I just YouTube like 10-minute mindfulness for bedtime or 10-minute meditation, and I find it really, really good. So that is one eye done, and honestly I don't have any faults. The only thing I'll say are the shimmers are like not the most intense, but again, it's meant to be an everyday kind of palette, so I really like them. They work really well together, they blend really well, and yeah, one of my favorite palettes, and I think this will be really good to travel with, to be honest. So love that. I also like the little mirror it comes with, so you can really utilize it on the go. So really, really like that. Next, we are going to try her eyeliner. So she's become really, really prominent for eyeliner looks. So let's see what she says about this. She actually has out 2 different formulas for the eyeliner. She has a pencil one and the ink one. I have the ink one in black. I wish I also got the white one, but that's okay. So this retails for $19, pretty standard for a makeup eyeliner, and it says it's long wearing, out of the world eyeliner marker. It's inspired by Ari's signature bold eye looks and delivers a waterproof, smudge proof, bold black line that lasts up to 48 hours. So that is very good. She is very known for eyeliner looks, so I'm excited to give this a go. I really like the packaging on this liner. It really is made to look like a marker. It comes in this white little carton and it just looks stunning. So I'm so excited to give it a go. This is what the little tip of the eyeliner looks like. It's actually quite a big tip, so I'm hoping it'll be nice and easy to use. So excited to do that. Let's hope that I don't mess it up. I am going to use the little mirror in the little highlighter top. I really like that they all come with mirrors because it does really help you be able to pack it and travel with it. So I'm just gonna be quiet and line my lip. Alright, so I've gone and put a wing on here. In terms of the colour, it's really, really, really black, so that's really good. It's not like transparent or anything like that. It doesn't bleed out, so formula wise it's really good. My only complaint is because it does have this really thick tip, when you move it, it actually bends a bit. So like it's very, very flexible in terms of when you're drawing your line, the tip kind of moves, which means it's quite hard to get a precisional line. Again, I'm not that experienced in liners, but yeah, probably not my favorite, but definitely formula wise is really good. And the last eye product that I have to test of hers is her Volumizing Mascara. I am very, very fussy with mascaras, as you should know by now, so let's hope that it goes and lives up to my standards. Let's see what it says about it. So I have it in Midnight Black, and it says, lashes will flourish with this volumizing and nourishing formula that builds without clumping for fuller, more voluminous looking lashes. Infused with 100% naturally derived bamboo powder for no fallout. And it retails for $15, so I think it's a very, very cheap mascara, to be honest. This is my favorite package of the whole brand, by the way. So it's always like, imagine you get a box and then you squish it a bit. So it's like this really cool package. I don't know, I'm in love with the packaging of the mascara. Let me show you what the brush looks like, because it's actually a very interesting brush. I don't know if you can see, but it's like got almost a curve in the brushes. By that I mean like there is some brushes like missing in the middle part. Yeah, it's a really, really cool applicator. It's kind of a little bit short, isn't it? Most are a bit longer. So I'm gonna apply that and we'll see how it goes on. I've heard mixed reviews, but I can't remember if it was the lengthening one or the volumizing one, because she does have 2 out. This topper honestly is gonna be my favorite thing though, because that is exactly what I want. So I'm gonna apply a couple of coats. Okay, I'm wondering if it was the lengthening one, because this is actually applying really, really nicely. And there is no fallout. Even my favorite mascara has fallout. It's also not clumping at all, which is pretty insane because I don't know if you can tell, but I'm putting on a lot of coats. Okay, I haven't obviously tried the lengthening one, but from the reviews that I've seen, I probably would recommend getting this one because it's doing a very good job of lengthening my lashes anyway. So I applied quite a few coats just because I like a dramatic makeup. I'm going to try it on the bottom lashes. Wow. You know, I'm impressed. That's probably why you shouldn't watch too many review videos if you're going to try it yourself, because you'll have opinions in there. But let me come like close. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera, but they really did lengthen my lashes and they did add a little bit of volume. I'd say they're more lengthening than voluming, even though it's the volumizing one, but it really is clump-free and it doesn't, yeah, it separates your lashes really well, good for the lower lashes. So I do really actually recommend that. I'm surprised, honestly. I am fussy, so I love that. And it's not like when you blink, it's not transitioning to my lower lid, which I often get even with the really nice mascaras like the Maybelline one. So I really like that. I wonder if I was to spray my face now if it would transition a little bit, but love that. I am just gonna go do the other eye off camera, do my brows because she doesn't have any brow products out yet, and we will come back and do the lips. But so far everything is really good. The liner is probably my least favorite, but still good. So far I'm loving her first drop. But I'll be right back. Okay, I've done the other eye, done my brows, so we're just on to the final product, and I got a matte lipstick. This packaging is stunning. I think people have mixed opinion, but I really like it. They made it to look like a little rocket ship helmet in there, and you can see like the little shade in there, so I really, really like it. So I have the matte lipstick in the shade Tiramisu, and it's like a very dark nude mauve. I've just lined my lips with a nude lip liner. What does it say about this? Retails for $19 and it's ultra smooth matte formula, glides on the lips like a dream and delivers instant, rich, long-lasting colour that stays comfortably in place without drying. That's good. Okay, I'm going to quickly apply this and then give my final thoughts, and I need to go. But let's finish off my resolutions. So I have some self-worth ones as well. They are things like stop criticizing myself as much, stop comparing myself to people. It's something that I am unfortunately bad at doing. Know the value I hold as a person, invest time, energy and money into developing myself, create boundaries, and on that, like, be okay with saying no. I get really bad FOMO, so I want to know when to say no. Obviously say yes as well, but okay. Honestly, the lipstick smells really nice. So this is what it looks like, by the way. So this dark shade, I've just put it on. It's not my favorite, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a huge like matte lipstick person, but it's not the easiest to apply. I do have dry lips, so maybe that's why as well. I'm interested to see how it wears. So I will actually check in with you when I get back from lunch to let you know how it wears. But so far, all the products are actually really, really good. My favorite is by far the topper, the highlighter topper. And then I think the little eyeshadow palette is my next favorite. So I'm just gonna spray that in. And this is the finished look, but I'll check in with you when I get home to let you know how it's all worn. Alright, we are doing the wear test. So it's 5 PM, so I've had it on for about 5.5 hours. And this is what it looks like. Yeah, no touch-ups, haven't relined anything. I didn't put the lipstick back on, so obviously that's worn off, but look at that. Still popping for that. The eye makeup too hasn't creased at all. Sometimes eyeshadows can crease in your lid, so that hasn't happened. And the liner hasn't budged at all. So honestly, the makeup wears so good. I highly recommend R.E.M if you're wanting to try it. If you're an Ariana Grande fan like me, definitely worth the money. She's done really well for the first launch. Everything was a hit. I would just say, like, lipsticks weren't really for me, but I have seen a lot of reviews that people are really into them. I'm not a huge matte lipstick person, so that's probably why. The eyeliner tip is a little bit too long, so it makes it a little bit hard to apply, but in terms of the actual formula, it's really good. But my absolute favorites are for sure the highlighter topper. It's very pigmented, so whichever shade you get, just know that there is going to be a lot of pigment. And definitely the eyeshadow palette really surprised me, as did the mascara. There are two products that I kind of went in with mixed feelings about how they'd hold up, but they were really, really good. As I mentioned, the like glitter that's in the eyeshadow, it's not like intense glitter, but it did look beautiful and it has stayed and blended really nice together. I actually got compliments on my eye makeup today at lunch, so clearly it's good. And the mascara I thought was really, really good. So those are my thoughts on that. As always, guys, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me over on my Instagram. It's just @BrookeMcQuaid. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. I am going to head to the park and read some of my book. Bye-bye.